What it is, man, it's your boy Let's Go. And this is another episode of The Steps, episode 3. We appreciate all of them, you know what I mean? But this one right here, we gonna break up the monotony, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the crosses. This one right here, man. Yeah, buddy. We got Davonne in here.
What's up, y'all? It's Davonne. I'm headed to the steps.
Straight like that.
Gentlemen, we gonna do this thing right, huh? What's up, Davonne?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Everything, man. How's everything been? It's the holidays. How's your holidays been?
Pretty good.
That's when people get X'd out the friends list and stuff like that. Your friends list, you block.
Oh, that was a Facebook call?
Yeah, man,
That's
they crazy.
weird.
They see us on here. What is wrong with them? Yeah, man, but how's everything been? How was your holiday?
Pretty good. Different, you know.
Yeah.
Now that we still in the heat of the pandemic.
Ain't that crazy?
But
Ain't that crazy?
I'm
Still.
alive and healthy, so.
Yes.
Yeah, you know he probably gonna get on your nerves this whole
I'm sure.
show.
Right?
Yes.
Right. So what's been going on, man? Music-wise, everything been climbing? What's going on? Any new music?
I am actually working on a project. It's a collab, but we kind of keeping it under wraps. It's gonna be a surprise. But
Oh, shucks.
some of my friends that I work with, more so on the live end, we haven't really done a lot of studio work, but it's gonna be cool.
That's our audience in the background.
Live studio.
Our live
I
studio
don't know how
audience.
much do you say can one take?
Whoever won is. Shit. Y'all heard that? Well. So, before the Duce get over here, let's get all the serious shit out the way. Man. So you got some new music coming out?
Yeah.
Any new projects?
Hopefully the top of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully the top of the year the collab project will be out. Right now, people are still enjoying the Skin Tone Brown project, Esterone.
Tell them about it.
Skin Tone Brown, I did. It was a pandemic baby.
Wow.
Pandemic baby.
Yeah, it was a pandemic baby. I used to perform live a lot, like 2, 3, 4 times a week. Like I was up and down the road to DC, to Baltimore, wherever really. And 2020 really allowed me time to be still and create, because I always go through these like dry spells where I'm like, I can't think of anything. Like if it comes to like a feature where I gotta just do a quick verse or a hook or something, that's, pie. But like to put a project together, my ideas, and really get it out, I have a tough time doing that. So 2020 being quarantine.
What's the tough part about it? Is it the creative part of it? Is the picking of the beats? What's the hardest part for you?
The hardest part, I would say, is just getting started for real. Like, what do I want to say? What story do I want to tell? How do I want to tell it? Of course, if anybody is familiar with my music, I make love songs and, lovey-dovey stuff, heartbreak stuff. And that is like one topic you can tell a million stories. It's you can break it down to emotion. You can break it down to person, place, thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, how do I want to approach it? So I think that's, once I get going, I can get going. But it's like just getting started with anything. Like working out. What's the hardest part? Getting started.
Yeah, that's right. Getting in.
Like eating right. The hardest part, getting started. Getting
right.
in like the routine and the groove. So once I'm in the groove, I'm in the groove. So that's what, like 2020, the beginning, we went home, we got locked down, I think March of 2020. Yeah. So from March to maybe, and it was released in September. So I think
that's crazy. It came out. Yeah.
So I was just in the house, and the way I approached it, I have my laptop is my everything. I take it, up and down the steps in my house. I watch YouTube videos at night, Netflix or whatever. But I'm like, to create this project, my computer is for work only. Mm-hmm. So I record. I got a little setup in my basement. So I left my computer in the basement until I was finished. I'm like, I'm not taking my computer out of this area until this is complete. So I didn't, if I wanted to watch something at night, I would have to use my small tablet or whatever, but I'm like, this is designated for work right now, so it stayed on the table right by my little recording setup. And that's another thing, I recorded, I think all but one song all myself. And then I just sent all the files to Davonne, so.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Record all your songs yourself.
For that project in particular, I did.
It sounds
wow.
You did a great job.
That's crazy, man. Look. That's I was ready to say. That's something everybody should talk about and give it up for. Come on now.
It sounded good. So I was like, yeah.
Especially when so many people are willing.
I labeled the tracks.
The tracks.
Like verse. Hook,
how'd you learn how to do that? Cause you do a little video shooting too right now. You shoot video.
I do a little bit of everything, and it came from like wanting to be self-sufficient. So it's like I never wanted. I think I've been in enough situations where I was waiting on somebody or trying to find somebody to provide a specific service. And then there's budgeting, so stuff is not free. So it's like I'm gonna try to learn how to do as much as I can by myself, so I can save time, money, stress.
That's something that need to be said. Cause for real, you know how many artists sit around and wait for somebody else to do it for them. You dig what I'm saying? And hound them about trying to make them be a certain way or sound a certain way when they could literally go out here and just
do it,
get it themselves and do it themselves. So that's heavy. That's dope, one thing. Man.
And I typically, I don't know, I don't have like one set creative process. I do prefer energy in the room. So during that time I would go live while I was writing or recording or whatever, just to have like a little bit of a volley conversation and bounce some energy back and forth. But for the most part, it was just me, the basement.
Hey, that's fire.
And
hell yeah.
my computer.
Hell yeah.
It was just you. That's fire.
Hell
to
yeah.
have all those records sounding like that, and just like.
So how many you would do all of the harmonies and all of that, and you would have to track it all out yourself and all of that.
That's my favorite part.
That's serious, man.
That's my favorite part.
That's serious.
Like I remember when you first pulled up one little piece.
Yeah.
You like, however you drag the files over or whatever. You like, oh. So most of this is background vocals. Oh, this gonna be hard. So most of that one little piece in particular is very like thick as far as background vocals and harmonies and stuff, which is my favorite sound. Like I was just listening to some older stuff of mine. I'm like, it's just nice to hear like the evolution of how I used to record and like how I approach things, and now how I know when I want something to be stacked. How I know when like it deserves a extra harmony, or if it's cool just like that. How would
you describe the Davonne Danielle sound?
I guess in its simplest form it would be R&B. But
you definitely more than that. You R&B with a little more,
it's
a little more something to it.
Extra
with a twist.
R&B or at least with a glass of wine with it. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So you would say R&B?
Yeah, but it's like it's notes of
neo soul, maybe.
Neo soul. Yeah. I of course, grew up in the church, so it's like I take a lot of my approach from like gospel music and the way the vocals sound and the layering of it. So it's a little bit of influence from here, there, wherever. I was I joke and say classically trained, but I was in choir and stuff in high school, so I sang all of like the Italian and French stuff. So I know like how to. Which kind of comes back to haunt me in a way, because like when it comes to like sounding like swaggy on stuff, like I'm enunciating, like hitting my T's, because that was one thing my choir teacher didn't play about.
So do you try to get away from that now?
Sometimes when it's like, let me sound like a little.
Who is this? Somebody go kill him. Damn. Somebody go kill him. Well, I apologize.
So sometimes it works. Sometimes it's like I don't have to be that straight up and down on there, just trying to find the groove.
So a lot of songs we don't understand the words to sometimes, or we don't understand
it's just a groove. The groove
you just feel it like, oh damn, we don't even know what that person said.
But in your situation, it probably would be better if they can understand, because you saying some things, and you know what I'm saying. That kind of music is all about
words, like slang.
Oh yeah. I don't think that makes
not pronouncing stuff the right way, but just because you putting you into it, like the way you talk.
Right.
But that's evolution. That's growth. So is there any collaborations that you would like to do? If you could make a call right now, who you going in the industry and getting?
Like industry wise,
Or not. You might got somebody that ain't in the industry that y'all gonna make a banger and bust the industry wide open.
Industry, I would go.
You making that call to anybody. Anybody.
I would say her, and I'll tell you.
Oh my gracious!
I'll tell you why.
Davonne and Neil and her. Good God!
I'll tell you why. Because she is a musician. She plays several instruments. All you need to make a solid record, right? Yeah. And that is one thing that I find that I have struggled with the most, which is why Skin Tone Brown is so close to me, because I feel like that sound is what I've been looking for. Like before I worked with, I think most of those producers I've worked with before, but over time the chemistry and everything comes together, like they can make something tailored to you. Before that was an option, people would send me beats and I would just write to what I had access to. Yeah. It wasn't necessarily, I wouldn't say
what you wanted,
my sound, which I kind of found along the way. But so I picked her because we could build from the ground up.
That would be fun.
If I have an idea and I sing it to her, she could get on the keys, get on the guitar, bass, or whatever, and we can build it from
somebody
there.
tag her in this, man, to make sure and she know that she need. It's a banger sitting over here waiting on her.
Down there in the corner.
Good gracious.
Because it's hard, and I guess that's a skill in itself to have an idea. And this was a part of my process. If I have an idea and I have a pack of beats that a producer sent to me, and their primary lane may be hip hop. But it's like, well, somebody could sing over this, I'll sing this, and this. So I'll sit there with this like melody or hook or whatever in my head, and I'll just click through, like try to sing it over, like, does this fit here? And then click through, listen to it. This fit, click to the next one. You know what I mean? So it's like hard to create the way that I like to with like stuff that's already, ready made. But that's a luxury, so I don't always have.
Would you much rather do live versus that?
Like recording live.
Recording live, absolutely, yeah. Versus.
Not necessarily, because, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah, because that's what I want to know too. I want to know, do you rather like the MIDI production and then you writing to the product, or do you like writing the songs with the band?
I don't necessarily need the whole band, but if I have somebody that can play, like put it together, because I like the translation. Like if I bring something to the band, like, yo, I got this song, or it's one song that I really just took like the lyrics to rehearsal one night, like, yo, I wrote this song and this how I think it should go, and then we kind of just put it together. That's fine. But I like I like the translation, because a lot of stuff that you hear that is recorded in the studio, we do completely different live. So it gives. I guess the audience something else to look forward to. It's like I know how it goes from what I heard in the car, but then when I heard it live, it goes up.
Right.
So I really like that translation from what it is
studio
on wax and then what it is live.
That's dope.
When you are coming up with your songs, now you kind of like created a lane for yourself. So when you writing these songs, what's your thought process when you get to penning them? Do you allow that beat to bring that about, or are you able to pen something without even having a beat and just kind of bring the feel to the beat?
Both, and really, I kind of like when I write, I try to be conversational. I like it to sound like we're talking, like you can hear it, like almost like a musical. Like you can see it on, like played out. Like I'm saying something, it could be like a script almost. Sometimes I try to be a little bit comedic on the entrance, or say something that's like everyday speak that somebody would say in conversation, and I'm like, oh, that sounds cool right there.
Yeah. The quotables.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah, so I like to, a lot of times my first line of any song, I try to come in with something that somebody can remember, like, oh, she said that, you know? So,
that's so important.
I'm trying to think of an example.
Shoot, the Stuck alone was like,
yeah, Stuck.
It got some lines in there.
The weekend go by too fast. Like, think of waking up.
Yeah, the color.
Right.
If I could paint the sky blue, like that's just fire.
That's so crazy. I really thought that was the weakest thing I ever wrote. When I first
that part.
That part, yeah.
Why?
Cause it sounds so cliche. Like,
give them the line so that they know.
The lyric is, now we're stuck like glue. That was the part that's like, oh my God, like, so the lyric is, now we're stuck like glue, and if my days consist of you, I take my nights and paint them blue, just to keep hanging with you. So, what happened?
If I could take my nights, I'll paint them blue. That's fire.
To make the day longer.
Correct.
That's fire. That's fire.
But
That's hard.
So it kind of, it made up for it, because I'm like, stuck like glue, like that kind of sound kind of silly, but like
that's hard.
What was to come kind of, brought it all together.
The Stuck like glue worked though, because even kids can hear that line and they're like, oh, I get that.
Do you necessarily have to be? I know sometimes for me writing, I don't have to go through a situation in order for me to write about it, like, very detailed. Are you the same way? Do you not or can you see a situation and write about it?
It's better if I experience it firsthand. I can do it both ways, but if I have felt it, I can write it out easier. But one writer, poet that I respect so much, her name is Dr. Rebecca Dupas. She is a spoken word artist I met on the DC scene, and she's also a teacher. And she said one thing that she teaches her students when it comes to writing, and people have like writer's block, start with what you know, and then let your imagination and whatever else. So if you start with one thing that you know to be true, like a feeling and it have experienced, you can build on that. So if you never
I think naturally people do that. I think naturally people want to do that because it's familiar, and it's easy to bounce off of that. So especially with writer's block.
So to your question, like if you can, that makes it easier to write about stuff that you like, not so, if you're not super passionate about a certain topic, or you haven't had like an in-depth experience with that in particular topic, you can find something somewhere that you can identify with. So start with that, and then color that, and then keep going. Then it's just easier. You can make up the rest of the story.
That's serious.
I mean, I can. It's different for rappers. I can make stuff up. Y'all can't.
But not. But not.
Crazy though. That's true.
But not.
R&B
Yeah, when you think about that.
Yeah, you can make R&B music about really whatever.
Whatever.
But rap or hip hop, it gotta be real.
Ain't that something?
Same way you could pen. Somebody could pen an R&B
I think
song
that-
for somebody, but you can't pen nobody's rap because it's supposed to be like.
It's supposed to be your own experience. So they say.
So they say, or you could just, you know.
I know. I think that's frowned upon.
Would you?
What's that?
Community.
I just thought of this, but would you ghostwrite a rap for somebody?
I be writing raps,
You be right.
but they be
Yeah.
ratchet, so I don't tell nobody.
That's what I'm saying. So you were into something, yo. Yeah,
That might, I already said that might need to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You could piss. Man, listen.
I mean, probably like just 3 or something like that. But I'm like, pff.
Yeah. You ever wrote
Damn.
Buddha?
Oh yeah, all of his Mr. Necklace.
Wait a minute. What?
Mr. Necklace 1, Mr. Necklace 2,
Yeah.
The Heart of Hip Hop 1,
You wrote all those.
all of them.
Yeah, you know what? I could kind
From
of see that.
scratch.
I can see that. I can see
If you
that.
listen to like the cadences.
Yeah, it sound hard. Yeah, I can see that.
That's dope.
Yeah,
Damn, Kojo.
don't tell nobody.
We can edit it out or keep it.
Sorry,
Up.
I don't think Kojo would allow anybody to write for him now.
Would you? That's a good question. Damn. Yeah.
That brings about a part 2.
Yeah.
That brings about a part 2.
Yeah.
Would-
Stay tuned.
How do you feel about
You know what I'm
that?
saying?
What?
People writing for you.
I'd rather not, but it's happened. I mean,
Yeah.
it's fine.
I noticed that though. Like when people do write something for you, you kind of like, all right, yeah, I'll do it. you
But
know?
whatever,
I mean,
yeah,
I would
yeah.
rather write it myself, but
Only because I'll tell you why. Only because I have a certain, I guess, vernacular. I guess you could say a certain approach where I like to break down a statement. So where somebody would say, like the stuck lyric. Now we're stuck like glue, and if my days consist of you, I take my nights and paint them blue just to keep hanging with you. Somebody else might say,
yeah, something not like that.
I know
I
don't
mean.
leave. I'm not ready for you to go. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Where somebody might just say that, but I just like to paint the picture.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people use a lot of words sometimes that don't really add up to nothing. I think.
That's some
And-
that's some songwriting shit.
That was
right
powerful.
There, like,
And I take
Said a lot.
I kind of took that note from Frank Ocean, Drake. Like Drake will break something all the way down, like you know, like you can
What's
see
that?
it. Like you don't have to wonder.
What
Like
he's
a lot of
talking
times in rap for me, because I mean I'm an R&B artist, I'm not super versed in hip hop, but a lot of times it'll take me many times listening to a rap song or album.
and trying to decipher.
Yeah, I'm
the-
like, what? I don't
code.
know what's going on. Like,
What's going on.
you know what I mean?
Because
But-
I think that the whole the hook and the verses all make amends, like make
You wanna know what I
a
think
marriage.
is though? Why like
It's not like that
why
anymore.
like rap songs are like more lyrical than like R&B songs is because like singing is more appealing to the ear to the point where it don't have to be complex.
Yeah.
Whereas though rapping is like a, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man.
Somebody could just sing anything. You could just sing this whole
Yep,
this whole
yep.
podcast right now.
Yep.
And-
That's facts. That is
You know
a
what I'm
fact.
saying? And
That's
you
a
ain't
fact.
gotta say nothing real deep, but this is just so lush and it's like.
As long as it sounds good.
As long as it's a great.
As long as it
voice.
sounds good, they would. Yeah,
Whitney
that's a
Houston
fact.
Can sing the
Whatever.
McDonald's theme song, like it don't
Yep.
even matter, but it sounds. And I think with rap, like when you're rapping, unless you have that real great voice, like it has to be great. You gotta
It has
put
to be.
the
Yeah.
wording gotta be, because that's the impressive thing about it.
No, that's a
It ain't
fact.
necessarily the
I
voice.
agree.
The wording is the thing about it that makes
I agree
it.
with that.
Like rock music, that guitar is the song. Like that's what sells rock music. Is that guitar, that lead guitar?
I don't know.
I
Okay.
think so. I mean,
agree with that?
The lyrics matter, but I'm just saying.
What is your
Can
favorite?
you hear the lyrics in rap and rock music?
That's what I'm saying. The lead guitar is like the selling of it. It's the
Well, I guess it's different, like sectors of rock. I don't know,
Yeah.
because
I was
it's
ready
the
to say because
screaming
a drummer,
kind.
mean drummer.
Yeah, but when you hear, I mean, that's just what they're based around though. Rock music is based around that lead guitar. Like that's the thing of R&B music is based around singing and the sound of it. Rap music is based around lyrics. What you saying? Is you connecting? Da 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 da. You know.
So if the lead guitar is not there, is that?
Have you ever heard a rock song without a guitar?
If they don't have nothing else, it's gonna be a guitar.
Huh?
If it don't have nothing else, it's gonna be a guitar.
Yeah.
Maybe two.
Maybe
Yeah.
2.
I would rather the bass, but what do you need in a band?
Drums and keys.
That's it.
R&B music.
That's dope.
That's all I need.
Right.
What I like is when I have the whole shebang. Drums, keys, bass, guitar, sax.
Mm-hmm. Sax. That's us.
So it gets real romantic.
Yeah.
It gets real romantic. But yeah, for like to go live, I've done drums and keys or guitar and drum.
What do you play?
I play keys.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Like really play keys?
I
You
could play.
get busy.
I could play. I actually just started lessons again. I started taking lessons when I was, I want to say maybe 8 or 9, and probably quit when I was 12. But I started playing at church when I was 12 and 11 or 12, and then I just been playing ever since. I play by ear, so I want to just get better. It's like, it's a lot.
That's the thing.
Your homie, I follow him on Instagram, and he plays and sings at the same time. Yeah.
Okay.
I just find that to be amazing. I can only imagine once you can do that
At the same time.
Oh my God, that's crazy when they can do that. When they can play.
They say like people that
and
do it is like.
That's different, man. That means there's no looking down.
Even the ones that play the guitar and can like sing the song by playing.
Is that what you want to be able to do one day? To be able to just.
Yeah, I want to be able to take gigs by myself. Like when I get called for stuff.
Like Alicia Keys.
I want the whole bag. I be splitting. I be breaking it down too many ways. But it's cool. It's cool.
That was a flex, right?
Was it? Was it? I'm a big flex. Like wow.
No, because it's a stress in it trying to coordinate like rehearsals and making sure people show up on time and sound check. It's like if I can say yes and know that I'm gonna get there on time, I'm the only person that got to check a mic. I'm the only person that got to set up and break down.
Yeah, you don't want to do that forever though. That might be a headache. A whole tour, 50 city tour.
By yourself?
You think so?
I mean, if I'm touring with 6 people, I can tour by myself.
No, I was talking about the whole setup.
But I mean, at that point,
you would have other people.
I'll have a roadie or something like that.
Anything is attainable. World tour. The whole I Love You music group.
Somebody to set up and break down for me. But
we have roadies.
Absolutely, got to.
Yeah, but
do you remember when you were younger? Were there any singers that you said that you definitely wanted to be like? Was there maybe an Aretha Franklin or?
I can't think of any.
Yeah.
Only because music was sort of a afterthought. Like it was always a part of my life, but as far as me pursuing it as like a thing, like this is what I'm gonna do, it didn't come till later down the line.
What was it then?
I played basketball.
Somebody,
a
look,
lot.
hold up. Somebody said not only do you play basketball, but you nice. But you like nice.
I was okay. I was all
you ever
around
played Kojo?
team. Huh?
You ever played Kojo?
No.
You think you could beat him?
Well,
I mean, y'all, he kind of broken up now, so you might got in there.
I heard Kojo nice too, though. I heard he gets down to the.
I think Kojo's high school career was probably had way more highlights than mine. But I mean, I was a solid player. I just played like all year round. I played, winter, fall, AAU, summer league.
That's so I bet people did not know that.
That's the same thing. All year round.
So when it came time for college, I'm like, no, absolutely not.
Yeah,
I think The only school I can remember is Salisbury. It was between, I could have went to Salisbury to play or wherever I wanted to go.
Yeah.
Which ended up being Wesley College in Delaware.
And what position did you play?
I play everything. You know what I mean? I could jump in wherever I was needed.
Flex.
All right, LeBron.
Flex.
Wherever I was needed, I could, I did jump ball.
they
I
call
could
you
get up.
Davonne James.
They did.
Davonne James.
They did call me Davonne James at one point in my life.
Yeah.
But no, basketball was fun. A lot of the girls I still, kick it with today. So it was a good time. It was a good time. And then once basketball was over, when I went to college, that's when the whole artistry aspect of that I started to explore.
When did that? At what point was that like transition from like, all right, yeah, basketball cool, but
I want to do this.
Singing, performing this. When was that?
I performed at. It was like a talent show. They called it the variety show. But I'm trying to think. What was first? I think the first time I performed was something was going on in Haiti. And they did like a benefit concert fundraiser.
That's one hell of a way to start.
No.
In Haiti?
No, Haiti had like some type of
disaster,
natural disaster, or something was going on. And my school did a benefit type thing.
But that's still
and
big,
I sang.
though. Like, that's crazy.
And I sang A Song for You by Donny Hathaway.
That's, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's one.
I almost asked for a taste of that just now. That's serious right there.
Yo, that's one hell of a calling, though.
Hell yeah.
That was cool. So I did that. That was my first time, I think, performing by myself. Because in...
Was she nervous? Oh, girl, that's a big first time.
Was I? And then I had the nerve to have on some heels, knees trembling. And that's probably why, and to this day, I try my hardest, unless it is absolutely necessary, like a wedding or something formal. I don't like wearing heels. Not on stage.
Why is that?
Because like the nerves, like I need to be grounded. I need to be grounded. Like I need to feel the whole.
It's
ground.
crazy, like to hear you or Kojo say that y'all nervous.
Yeah.
As good as y'all are at what y'all do, it's crazy. You get nervous before you go on stage?
I was nervous to do this. Like before, like you getting started, you just never know. It's just performance, everything.
No, I can dig that. That's
I get nervous. I think I probably get more nervous to do like interviews probably.
Yeah.
Than to perform. But my nerves to get on stage comes more so from like the technical end. Like if I'm with the band, like are they gonna remember the order? Or like I wonder if this mic gonna work, or can I hear myself? Like that kind of stuff. Like what am I gonna do if
you're a professional?
It's like what do I do if something goes wrong? So
that was
that's
gonna be a question. I was gonna ask that.
Hey, what you gonna do?
So listen, right? So I've seen some moments, right, and some singers. I don't see rappers go through this too much, but I've seen them go through these moments where they was, they singing, they doing their thing. They walking down the steps. And get right back into it.
See, they probably had on heels.
It's the hell thing, God, bro. Okay.
And they do too much, up and down steps. I'm gonna come on.
Like Beyonce be dancing in heels.
In heels.
Doing all the.
She took.
And sis took a tumble, didn't she? Yes.
She made.
How many times did she tumble?
Maybe just once.
Yeah, but they'll remember that. They won't forget. They won't forget that. They won't forget the fact that she ain't stopped dancing.
Yeah.
That's what they won't forget. The fact that she kept up.
See, I do stuff that I know I can recover from. I don't know that I can too much recover from a tumble. On stage.
You athletic, you are.
Who are you?
Super fan.
Like no matter what they drop or what they do, like I'm going to support it because I love them. Who's that person?
Probably Erykah Badu. And I'm not even
That answers a lot.
like
Get into 444.
That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense.
I like Erykah Badu a lot. I went to see her. I saw her twice.
Absolutely.
We need her to see you.
Twice, yes, we do.
Yeah.
I wonder how much she charged to come to somebody's show. Because I would pay that.
I'll be honest with you. If she looked into her content, she probably would just. I don't know if she would just show up, but she would be willing.
Yeah.
I mean, you got that kind of music.
For real, like,
Yeah.
I feel like if she just got to be just in the crowd for like 5 minutes of you performing,
Yeah, she would love
like,
it. She would love
you'd be
it.
her niece.
That'd be a fire feature though. Good gracious.
I like her. But one thing that's funny about Erykah Badu is that she really plays off of the success of her like early career. Like if you listen to any of like features that she does,
Ooh.
you're gonna hear a part of
Ooh.
something.
I want to ask one question first before we do that. And it's just let me
fill mine up while you do that.
let me ask this question, right?
Because we're gonna get into it.
Do you feel like Mary J. Blige has, I'm talking about a great voice, or do you feel like a lot of her success comes from the writing?
I don't think she has a great voice. Like she's definitely not the best vocalist.
I'm a Mary J. Blige fan. I'm just saying. I just asked that question because it was out there.
I feel the same way
and
about Ashanti and Keisha Cole. The same way. Mary J. Blige, Ashanti, and Keisha Cole don't have phenomenal voices, but they
The songs.
they know how to sell their songs.
Yeah, it be the,
I can't
it be
even
the
go around
songs,
it.
Yeah.
which just tells us that there's definitely room for just being a songwriter.
If you had a label, would you take a phenomenal singer or a phenomenal songwriter? Because like somebody that got a great voice, like they sound like Whitney Houston, but they write, they pen is like
You might,
Babyface.
but you probably can get that to happen. But it's her answer.
You know what I'm saying? And this
Phenomenal
ain't a
voice.
444. This is just like I just came.
Yeah.
Phenomenal voice or a great songwriter.
Yeah. Like they can sing a little bit, but the person that sing great can't write at all. Like they can't pen nothing, but they sound good. But then you got somebody that they pen is fire, but they sound like they only range is like this, and they can't do that.
Oh, that's a great question because either or you can help, but who can you help faster?
Because you could write for that person, but then you would have to write all these songs.
But you also could coach that
Or
person.
myself, or Let's Go, or somebody that just keep writing for them.
I don't know. That's a hard question.
That's a dope question. I ain't even gonna lie. That's a fire question.
That's a hard question.
That's a fire
but like Frank Ocean can barely sing.
Well,
He can be. I mean,
hey, hold on. Before we go any further, I just want you to, because we need to do this more often. Make sure they know where they can find you at, where they can find your music at. And all that stuff.
So my name is Davonne Danielle. You can follow me everywhere at Davonne Danielle. That's DAVONNE DNEIL. Music is streaming wherever you stream your
Tell
music.
them how to pronounce your name again.
Davonne Danielle.
There we go.
And they can buy your apparel where?
I have t-shirts available, so you can just hit me directly.
There it is.
Yeah,
So,
man.
back to what we were saying. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's a tough game too, ain't it? To go in that back and forth thing, like somebody
What?
value you as a singer, or value you as a songwriter, but you want to be the other one. And
Yeah.
like, what if somebody just value your penmanship, like your penmanship, and they don't want you to sing the songs?
I think
I know you passionate about yours. but
Diddy struggled with that
I know you passionate
because
about
Diddy
your
want to be an
music.
artist and it
Like,
ain't
say
hard.
you write something like you wrote one little piece and somebody hear it and they like, yeah, can we get this song to? We'll give you. You know, and I know how you feel about like your records. Where you at for the ones that you wrote for Davonne?
I don't know. They're just so near and dear.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I can't just give them away, like money or not. I don't know.
So do you write? But do you really write songs that aren't near and dear? Aren't
Not
they
really,
all?
that's the
See,
thing.
that's the thing. I can dig it.
That's the
I can dig it.
thing.
I'm gonna be honest. As an artist, I'm probably the same way. I
don't
feel
know.
like I'm the
Like,
same way. So I write a lot of that.
Even with this collab project that I've been working on with some of my friends, even we are all like in the room creating together, and one individual in particular would be the one to kind of pin for the other one. Where it's like, I got my part.
Yeah, we not doing that. Yeah, that's probably where I would be at.
And it's just because you hear things the way you hear it,
Yeah.
and that's not to say. I mean, I don't know.
So when they writing in
People
there
would disagree
singing,
with me.
they writing the melody and all that. They not just giving you the words. They telling you how to sing it and all that.
Not necessarily how, but like, or you could say da 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 whatever, and then you can kind of, and that's pretty much what I do. If I am in a situation where someone has written or already has an idea of what they want to be said, I'll put my own interpretation on it, which may or may not be what the artist wants, but they asked me to do it.
Facts.
I had one situation. I think I was recording with you.
We need some.
Where
we need some
the
shot glasses. The little shot
individual
cups.
wanted it a specific way.
Right.
So we can
But if you ask me to
we
do
do
something, you want me to do
Yeah,
it.
you want them to bring their thing. For
Yeah,
her.
you want the artist to do.
Oh, what, 444?
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Get ready for our notorious 444.
What that mean?
Alright, so.
Oh, it's already ready.
No, you don't put that. You keep all of them right there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's for me.
4.
Alone.
Yeah,
By
4
myself.
shots, 4 questions, 4 being opinionated.
All night by myself.
We need one more.
You know what I'm saying?
So here's the thing. 4 shots.
Oh.
4 questions, 4 shots,
Oh.
4 being opinionated. You know the
So
This,
Mind of
this
Tony
platform,
Craig.
the social media platform, is a platform of opinions, right?
truly,
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everybody is the. I feel like these platforms was made so that people can voice their opinion, right? But then when people voice their opinion on these platforms,
right.
people get mad.
people get
Yeah, because of the truth is never.
is a place where
You can be as
you
true
can voice
as.
your opinion, but guess what?
What?
If you're opinionated, you gotta drink.
Yes, sir.
So wait.
So here's the question. It's gonna be 4 questions.
All right, 4 questions.
We came up with the questions.
Okay.
We have what we think. If what you say goes with what we think,
You good.
you good
You fine.
and
Oh, all right.
sober.
You-
If you do, and the peanut gallery,
Oh, y'all don't go with it.
they're gonna take shots.
Y'all disagree
So
with
y'all
us?
drink when I drink.
So
that's love right there.
look, we didn't just add it up. We didn't just add it up now.
Look,
Hey, listen, yes it is. All right, hey, there it is. Listen, 4 questions.
That's love.
All right.
All right, I'm ready. I think.
Question number 1.
She ain't ready. She's not ready.
This ain't my fault. I wouldn't have started right here. She ready. Oh, she ready, but I wouldn't have started here.
This one might be easy.
Miseducation or Baduism? I knew it. Put your cups up. Put your cups up.
My heart. Well, let's talk
What's
about
the
it.
better album?
Let's talk about it then. We can.
Yeah,
long when you answer.
Yeah, we got time to talk about it and answer and take shots.
Yeah, take
Wait
your
a
time.
minute.
Take your time. We done got the candles
Miseducation.
burning and stuff.
Miseducation
Miseducation. Miss Lauryn Hill.
is
Or the wonderful, amazing Erica.
what y'all say? Tell me real quick.
No, that ain't how this thing go, cuz.
We gonna let you know.
Yeah,
It's
that
already
ain't how it
written
go.
down. It's been written already.
So I feel like miseducation means more to people than Baduism. But
I knew that shit was coming.
but
I know.
That's a hard one. Why would y'all even put that on there?
And start like that. That's so crazy.
They get harder or easier?
Hey.
It gets harder.
That is so ignorant.
I know. So opinionated.
The specific one I picked is harder than that.
Okay.
He picked some, I picked
I'm
some.
gonna answer for me.
Yes, that's all
For
you
you, for Davonne Danielle.
But you ain't.
Album.
But you answer for
is
their shot.
They wouldn't mind. Y'all don't mind if you gotta take a shot or not, right?
What album?
Come on now, they here for it.
The better album is Baduism.
What'd you pick?
Baduism. She right. She's sober. Hold on, don't clap too long. We ain't done. It's still 4 questions.
All right, what is it?
I think the next one is me. Oh
Yeah.
All right.
Go
But
ahead.
I think I'm mad because I think we're gonna agree. That's why I'm mad. But we can do it.
No shots
No,
for
but
me.
is that what you is that what you answered though?
Yeah. Yep. That's what I picked. And I think she's gonna pick what I picked, or she might not pick what I picked because she don't even know.
All right, so I'm gonna answer.
Yeah.
Versus or skin tone brown.
Skin tone brown.
That's
I'm winning at this game.
it.
I'm nice at this game. What is it called?
444.
444.
Courtesy, y'all. You like this?
Yeah. We can play this game.
All right. Question number 3. Making the song versus performing the song.
Performing.
Clap it up. She got y'all so in here.
The ball might be the undefeated 444.
So y'all can come get these.
Undefeated.
They're not needed.
Hold on.
now.
We got one more
Hold
last
now.
question.
But wait, I feel like she gonna win this other one too. I don't know, just internally me. Internally.
We ain't say albums now.
They call it Davonne James.
Hey, do say Davonne.
Do say
Jill Scott or India Irie?
Jill.
That's it.
I fucking hate this game. She made me feel like I need to turn the game up. Shouts out to Davonne Danielle because she just came here and crushed out 444. We got to turn it up. We got to do something else.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go deeper.
We don't need these.
I don't like how she just did our 444.
Since she she went 4-0, which
She
nobody
did
has
that.
done that.
Nobody.
yet.
Hold on, Kojo didn't.
No,
we can't
didn't.
say that. Kojo didn't get his. He didn't get all 4 of them. I don't think.
He didn't get all 4.
Yeah.
See?
We talked about one.
Well, part 2.
I played the
The
game.
Steps Part 2.
Yeah.
Is known is coming soon.
Now we might have to just bring her back just for the 444. We might have to do her again just for that.
Y'all
We got
might
to do
have
something a
to
little harder.
Do 16 or something.
God,
Wait a minute. No, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, no. You said it. It's
That's a
right.
bad
I
idea.
agree. 16 shots.
For 16 bars.
16 questions for 16 shots.
No, let's just do 8.
There you
A
go.
hook.
A hook.
There it is. There it is.
We can incorporate that. We'll get creative after this.
Absolutely.
Give me my credit. I came up with that idea.
Yeah, the 8.
When you
So
see it next time.
I'm pretty sure, a lot of people gonna be wondering where they can find you if they didn't catch you the first time. Tell them again where they can find you, how to find you, name.
Everywhere at Davonne Danielle. That's DAVONNEDNEIL. On all the social media platforms. My music is streaming wherever you stream your music.
There it is.
Well, what
So-
game can we get into that you want to get into?
Absolutely.
Get off of your chest. This is the table where we can get. You know what I'm saying?
How
Y'all
you-
got all your questions off?
Family.
How you
I
feel?
don't know.
How you
I got
feeling
some.
about the singing, the industry as far as the singers nowadays?
Is
How do you
R&B
feel?
dead? Or has it changed?
R&B has definitely changed. It's not dead.
There
I
we go.
think that is
Changed in which way?
For the better
Well,
or for the worse?
Hell no, nothing about it.
I think
I think so.
I won't say
I think it's good. No, not changed for the better, but what?
I wouldn't say. Well, the type of R&B that I fell in love with
Was
has changed.
yeah, of course.
So the class of the miseducation of Lauryn Hill and the Baduism and you know, D'Angelo, Brown Sugar. It's like that era of R&B is what I fell in love with.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say it's gone. It's just somebody like shoved it underground.
So So really, the artists that I feel like myself and some of my friends, like we all make that feel good. Like we're not too much concerned about what would sound good on the radio or what is digested easily by the majority, because we make the music that we like, which isn't always the most popular, unfortunately.
So on that, because people ask me all the time, they like, yo, being like recording so many people and all the time.
I'm your favorite.
Yes, you are.
Amen.
You're easy to work with. Don't ask for a lot. Bring talent. And
he said a lot.
I mean, those like the three things though. Easy to work with.
And that's all you would want as an engineer.
Bring talent.
Shit. Right.
I mean, as an engineer, and this is for all engineers, I'm sure everybody would.
I was ready to say that's right.
If you bring in talent and you easy to work with as far as like get along wise, and you don't ask for too much, like, can you just make me sound like Mariah Carey a little bit? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's like, do you think you sound like Mariah Carey a little bit?
A little bit though.
So when you come in, do you ever ask for things like that, plugins and?
Not a lot.
No. Make me sound like
the most I ever asked for is like delay to fill the space.
Yeah.
But
you don't need that shit.
But I jokingly asked for auto tune, but.
She did.
But she gonna do auto tune like
last night. And
somebody that can sing.
Can I just do an engineer talk for 30 seconds?
Absolutely.
About that.
Absolutely.
It's about that specific.
Absolutely. I'm gonna like my.
Listen.
I'm gonna just take one of these so they don't go to waste.
Yeah, because the auto tune game. Listen.
This is the first time we ever did this. We're gonna do this on the steps. We're gonna take a shot. We're gonna take a toast. Get that boy. There we go.
There's plenty on the table.
Being that she crushed out 444.
Hold on first. Did Kojo pour these shots?
Maybe. I'm not so sure.
Hold on, let's clap real quick.
Yeah,
Kojo poured the right amount.
Because Kojo definitely will. His shots is definitely a little gargantuan.
Yeah, he pours headshots.
Yeah.
Triples.
But yeah, we just gonna do this.
We're gonna do this for the first time ever on our show.
Man, we celebrating
every time, man. And but this time is definitely
on a Sunday night.
And if y'all don't know what that means, you will know. Google her. Google her, man. Straight like that. Woo! Clap it up for the shot. Woo! Clap it up for the shot.
Alright, so back to that.
This shot made Bona shake his shimmy.
Yeah, cause so y'all record a lot of people, so people always ask me this question. They'd be like, "Yo, so like, how you feel about like, you know, new artists? Like, what, like, are you one of the older people? Cause I'm 32. I'll put my age out there. I'm 32, so I grew up in an era, you know what I'm saying? And my era the sound has passed of what I like, and it's a new sound. And people always ask me, being an engineer and being how old you are, who do you like? Like, do you like any of the new stuff? I do. I like some of them.
As far as the singers or just
rappers?
Okay.
Well, just sound wise, but like, cause I'm a rapper, so I like Young Dolph. I like Moneybagg Yo. I like Yellow Beezy. I like Lil Baby. I like Da Baby. Da Baby is probably my favorite of the new sound or whatever. So like, who is of the new R&B sound that it is happening right now? Who's your favorites? Like the new R&B, like, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily
like the auto-tune stuff.
Yeah, not necessarily like what you like that you love. Like I know what your sound is that you like, but because like the artist I just named is like not necessarily what I love, but I like them. You know what I mean? So like this new R&B sound, like your Summer Walkers, your Kalanis, your
I really enjoy Kalani.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
I do enjoy Kalani. I like Summer Walker. I liked her. Was that considered a mixtape or album?
Which one?
The one before this that she just dropped.
That was probably a mixtape.
Okay. Perhaps. But she can really sing. Kalani can really sing. Like
yeah, they can.
Like,
but they still choose to like.
Yeah,
do
Kalani does the newer age sound.
Yeah, who else do you like that do that?
What happened to the girl? I think she was messing with the basketball player.
Tiana Taylor.
Tiana Taylor.
She dope.
Yeah,
she dope.
I like her.
I was talking about. Her album was called "Sailed Out."
Oh, Janae Aiko.
Yeah,
I like her.
You like her?
I like her. I do one of her songs live.
For real? Mm-hmm. I listened to her first album, man, and that joint, man, I'm trying to tell you, it's dope.
Yeah. I enjoy her writing.
Mixed by Young Guru, by the way. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, I enjoy her. I enjoy her writing. I enjoy that project she did, her and Big Sean.
2088. Yeah. I was just playing that last night, by the way, for somebody that never heard it.
Yeah.
That's who. Yeah.
Yeah, because Big Sean is my top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Top 5 what?
Rapper of all time.
Of all time?
Hell yeah.
Man, Davonne.
Relatability. But
can we get back?
About you. So,
right.
All right. Who do you
Conversation over drinks right there.
You tell me who you like that got like the new R&B sound. Because it is a new R&B sound. But who do you like? Whose stuff do you like? Like you listen to? You say Kalani. You like some of the stuff sometimes.
Yeah. Tell you the truth.
That's what I really was about. Come on now, tell it.
To be honest,
I ain't think so.
I don't really listen to a lot of new artists. To tell you the truth,
I kind of figured that.
Like when I.
But when you catch them, like when you do catch it on the radio.
If I catch it, Summer Walker, I enjoy. If I catch it, Kalani, I enjoy. But I'm not like. Let me see. Who's the last person I downloaded on Apple Music?
That's what I'm talking about. That's support right there. Cause like even the ones I named, though, like I don't like listen to them all the time, but I enjoy like I enjoy what they bring. You know
my last downloaded albums are.
I enjoy what they bring. But yeah, Big Sean is definitely top 5. For sure.
Art Remains Timeless by Kojo Snowden. And Evening with Silk Sonic, I enjoy that, but that's not new. That's got that
new sound.
that vintage sound,
got that vintage.
and that's what I like.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, when you asked that question, I kind of felt like you wasn't gonna have too many.
No.
Certainly because they don't. I swear, if a singer comes out and gives you that vintage sound, so are you into like the Jennifer Hudsons and the
not so much Jennifer Hudson, Jasmine Sullivan, absolutely.
For sure.
I just put that on my page to see what people would say.
Jasmine Sullivan sings.
Yeah, she does.
Like
what she do?
Sings.
It got like
sings
on there.
She sings her entire face.
What?
That's the first time.
Oh, y'all rappers, y'all don't know.
She sings her little tiny.
Hey, look, if y'all want auto-tune, this is what I was about to get into. You need to sing your entire face.
Yeah, sing your entire face.
If you want auto-tune to work,
sing your entire face.
Your entire face.
So,
hey, let me ask you.
I like Jasmine Sullivan. I like Tweet. I like Brandy.
Wow. Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. You said I like Jasmine Sullivan, and did you say you like who?
Tweet.
Who?
Tweet.
And I know Shorty is.
Tweet sings like
Yo.
I've seen her.
I know that.
I've seen her
But
live
everybody
twice.
don't know that.
Tweet is crazy. Like,
That's crazy, yo.
Everybody don't know that. Like
Forgotten.
Yeah.
Unsung.
Forgotten. That is crazy. I forgot all about Tweet.
Tweet, okay.
Can I ask you this question just because it's floating around social media?
Another question.
It's floating around social media, and it's this rappers, but I just want to know your take on it.
Okay.
Jay-Z or Lil Wayne? Let's just go here. I want to know what Davonne and Neil about. Crush that for us.
I'll say what I like. I enjoy Wayne's music better because more.
Here we go.
Because when it comes to, I'm a singer. Remember, keep in mind.
I know where she going with this.
Keep in mind, I'm a singer.
I know where she going with this.
And keep in mind, I have never sold drugs. I've never been around it. That stuff don't really click to me where it'll make sense to somebody who has experienced that life. But I can appreciate the comedic relief in Lil Wayne's music. His
music over here, go.
His metaphors. It's like
how can you like not go with it?
His metaphors. It's funny. It's funny. And to someone who is not a hip hop artist or a hip hop head.
Listen.
Like, it is more entertaining to listen to somebody like Lil Wayne than listen to Jay-Z.
Do you feel like, Davonne, that the verses has gotten out of control? Was it ever made to be really my music against your music and who won, or should it be a celebration of the two?
I like the celebration. I like the celebration aspect of it. Back when they was just on live adding each other.
But it was a battle then. The Dream versus Sean Garrett. Them motherfuckers.
Joe Scott and Erykah Badu was not a battle.
No,
that was a vibe.
I know, but I'm saying I like the battle part. Like, who got the best hits? Who got the most?
Yeah, but so was Dipset and the Lots, was that?
They based that on performance.
But was that what you want to see in the verses? Is that the verses?
Performance. I want to see who got the better songs.
Have you ever heard If Only You Knew by Patty? Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard it by Kiki? Mm-hmm. Huh? Mm-hmm. Tell me you heard both of them.
Kiki Wyatt is just different.
Answer the question.
I've heard both. Mm-hmm.
Clap it up for this question right here, because it's about to get mucky. So
let me make sure this is.
No, yeah, it's right.
Yeah.
Make sure.
Who?
Kiki.
What?
Do y'all understand?
Hold on now. Wait a minute. That's one of them things we ain't gonna slide by. I say that every episode now. Right. Listen.
Hold on now.
You said Kiki Wyatt?
Kiki Wyatt.
Kiki Wyatt ain't had that strong ending like Patty. Her ending ain't strong like Patty. Come on now.
In my opinion, I'll say this. In my opinion, after listening, I can't tell you a song that I've heard Kiki sing that I want to listen to the original again. You ever heard her sing Tennessee Whiskey?
Nah.
Who, Kiki?
Kiki Wyatt.
Yes, I have.
Nah, I ain't hear it.
Man,
oh, she killed. Man, that's what I say. We need to learn how. We need to get some music where we play music, man.
That KC versus that Bobby Womack. That KC can.
Man,
I think KC walked on Bobby. I
can see that.
Kiki Wyatt can just flat out sing.
Like, she killed that song, but the ending is what
and that
for
go
me.
Back to the songwriting and vocal performance thing, bro. Cause she can blow, you know she can. She got range from
all over the
heaven
place.
to hell. She got it
all over the place.
She can do everything. Penmanship. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Or what is it that doesn't make Kiki Wyatt a Whitney Houston, or Mariah Carey, or Beyonce?
She'll bust your head.
Right?
She'll bust your shit.
That's why
she'll crack your shit.
That's
why she don't play. She don't play.
Yeah.
She don't play, yo.
Between what?
Alright, you got
she the real deal, Joe.
Alright, you got, just because you said that earlier, you got an Alicia Keys and a Kiki Wyatt.
That's not fair.
Because she said musician wise.
Are we talking about singing wise? Are we talking about singing wise?
Her sounding wise. She could write. You know she could write. You know her pen crazy and play crazy. Kiki could just sing, but she got issues.
And she played drums.
Oh, and she played drums.
I didn't know that.
She played drums.
I didn't know that.
I got my music thing that I do.
I did not know that.
Yeah, she played drums. I seen her live too. She was actually on the show with Tweet one time. And I seen it was Tweet, Kiki Wyatt, and Lil Mo. I really don't
timing.
know
what do you
timing.
Think it takes? Like, what do you think it is? Like, if somebody bringing something to the table as an R&B singer, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say they do both, they write and sing or whatever. Like, what do you think it takes for them to like be a star now?
I think the people who make music like Tweet, they aren't as consistent on releasing music.
Yeah.
Like, in order to, like, once you, like, she has her fan base, like her audience. They're there. Nobody's going anywhere.
That's a fact.
I'm here. If they say she gonna be at Howard Theater next week, I'll probably see.
Core fans, they coming.
Yeah.
Fact.
And it's sold out. But in order to stay relevant in people's face, like that's just the thing. You gotta stay in people's face or they gonna forget.
So,
because it's somebody else who dropping every.
What's the difference between her and somebody like a John Legend who don't drop all the time?
Yeah, because that's
He don't drop all the time.
Yeah,
But he in our face. He a judge on The Voice.
Anthony Hamilton.
Anthony Hamilton. He's touring.
Yeah, I think
Facts.
because they in people's face.
That's a fact.
He doesn't put out.
So Tweet's not even touring as an artist?
She doesn't tour as consistently as Anthony Hamilton, but he's on like every jazz festival. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You have to be, and one thing I had to kind of accept is that people my age are not going to like my music. They may like it, but they're not going to be the first one in line for a
Facts,
ticket.
because they don't even understand it. They don't feel it.
Because, so like that 40 plus group that goes to the wine festivals, that go to the jazz festivals.
New Edition and Jodeci coming in town.
The people who, and it's crazy because
I'll take the New Edition.
I like stand-up energy shows.
Yeah.
But I'm working on being more comfortable on stage when people are sitting in lawn chairs. That don't mean they're not enjoying you.
Absolutely.
They just older and they just sitting back enjoying, whatever. They're not about to stand on their feet.
They're enjoying the music.
Yeah,
They're enjoying the
right.
sound of it.
Yeah.
So when I opened for Babyface, it was different because I didn't have people standing in front of the stage.
Hold on. You see how she does it?
Yeah.
When I opened up for Michael Jackson and all, I was in it. No. You opened up for who?
Babyface.
That's fire.
Kenneth.
Absolutely, man. Come on now.
The legend.
That was
Huh?
That's amazing.
That's ain't just, that's on your resume now.
I sent them like an email, like, is it only sitting or like people gonna be able to stand up? It was just like all
I don't even know what that
seated
is.
people.
We like music, right?
People just sitting down. So it's like I have to be comfortable because I'm very energy sensitive. So it's like when I'm performing, I almost rely on that energy back. And I call it the switch, right? When I'm before an audience that has never seen me before, I look at them when I sing, and I see the instant, that second, that 2 to 7 second time frame where I switch them from
that's artistry, short. That's penalty. Yeah, hell yeah.
And I've seen it in like videos and stuff, like from performances when you can see the crowd and me at the same time. It's that couple seconds where it's like when they're like, oh
Yeah.
who is this?
Yeah.
And it happens a lot
Yeah.
when I perform on the hip hop shows, when I'm just up and down.
Yeah.
So it's like they're like, okay,
I was telling you,
somebody like, okay, here comes somebody singing, and it's like, again, appealing to the ears because it's like it's music, and people there are music fans. They don't necessarily know who I am or a fan of my music, but I know that little pocket where they're gonna be like,
Yeah.
like you can't help it. It's,
absolutely.
If you like music, there's no way you can hold that emotion
You're a
back.
whole hater if you do.
Yeah, you just sitting there like,
You're a whole hater.
It's no way that you can
I don't like this music.
you can't hold it back. Even if it's like a sit down feel, or people just like, in the pocket they smoking hookah or talking to their friend. It's that moment when they're like,
Whoa, wait a minute.
and so when being from Annapolis, I shout out and rest in peace to the whiskey. That was probably my first show in Annapolis.
The whiskey.
That was my first show in Annapolis.
First shows at the whiskey.
Your first show?
In Annapolis.
My first show in Annapolis.
Oh,
Was
okay.
at the
Yeah.
whiskey. And
You said the first show.
people were there. Like people came out to see the acts. But people just came because it was the whiskey, right? So it's like a lot of people don't necessarily. I wouldn't say my core fan base is in Annapolis, but when I'm grateful for the time at the whiskey because when it shut down, that's when I got on the road and I was in Baltimore more, and I was in DC more, and of course, you know, people not about to drive.
Why did you doing that to Annapolis?
I don't know.
Doing what?
Taking them to venues. Well, that's the performance.
Man, shit, that's a whole nother
Yeah,
fucking.
that's a different topic.
Yeah, because we been getting
Legion gonna been there for.
Legion ain't going.
Legion ain't going nowhere.
Legion whiskey, no comparison. This ain't the
Yeah.
verses. Ain't no
Yeah.
verses. Ain't no verses.
But
You know.
But when I would go to DC, like, I mean, maybe 5 people might come from Annapolis to come see me wherever I'm at on any given night. But there were people there to see other people that were on the show. And I'm like, watch, I'm about to.
Let me ask you a question, because it almost feels like as a rap artist, you got bubble home first for them to really like sanction you outside of your city. If they ain't messing with you, we ain't messing with you out there. As a singer, how important is it to be like popping in your city to be recognized somewhere else?
I don't think it's important on any front to be popping at home, because that is like, you'll have your people, the people who are going to support you because they really rock with you or they really enjoy what you're doing. But I don't think the majority of the people that support me are not in Annapolis. And that could be for
Message.
a lot of reasons. That could be for a lot of reasons. Number one, Annapolis is very dense with rappers. It's a lot of rappers. It's
This
not
is
a
on
lot of
camera too, bro.
singers.
We can't even like.
That's all you got.
And so everybody don't like, the older crowd enjoy my music, but they not about to come out on a Tuesday night. You know what I mean, to see me perform. So I don't think it's really important. I think it's more important that whenever you have the opportunity, you switch as many people as you can right there that night, than trying to get your neighbor to follow you on Instagram, because it ain't gonna happen.
What?
That's a fact.
There's plenty of people that speak to me. It's plenty of people that speak to me at the mall, at the grocery store, wherever, that don't follow me on Instagram. And it's like, but the first thing they ask me is like, what's going on with the music? It's like, you don't care.
What city has grabbed you the most? Like
DC.
That makes absolute sense.
DC, because most times when I went there, and in hindsight, I'm just so grateful for my time in my band and the amount of time that they lended to me. Because like a lot of those shows, the majority of them were not paid. And they're coming from, like, I'm coming from Annapolis, which is maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes, depending on where I'm going in the city. But they're coming from Hartford County,
Even further.
Baltimore. Cam, when he first started playing keys for me, he was living in West Virginia.
Wow.
So people were getting on the road to come to rehearsal, not even a show. You know, rehearsal. So because I was able to hit live at most venues in DC, like DC, the home of go-go. Right, so they are used to the sound and the kick of the drum and the feel like you get when, you know, that foot is heavy. You know what I mean? So it's like,
that's that, yeah.
Shouts out to the Ock band. I grew up off of
And
go-go.
the connection to Annapolis make more sense.
Hello.
Do you think where you at right now, Davonne Danielle in 2000, going into 22, do you think you found the Davonne Danielle crowd? Like you know who your core fan base is?
Yes and no.
Okay.
My core fan base is not who I would expect it to be. So I think it's more so accepting who it is and then catering to them. Because like I said, the type of music I make and the style of my live show caters more to, you know, the grown and romanticals. It's not gonna be like the younger group who I feel like are my peers.
Right.
Cause just thinking like in my friend circle, They not at every show. They used to be.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, I don't know what really changed from.
Don't worry.
then
While
to
this festival coming soon, they gonna be like, "Can I get a ticket?" I see Megan was gonna be on that.
You know, not even everybody came to the Babyface show. You know what I mean? So even it's like, even when you do something that is like up there, it's like,
you know how that go.
Yeah.
You know how that go.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but when Davonne's name is in bright lights and then it's all your homegirls like, oh yeah, that's.
But it was crazy how crazy how it went up on social media when I first posted like the first announcement that I'd be opening for Babyface. People who had never ever liked, comment, or shared a post of mine, like I post videos, I post music videos, videos of me singing, videos of me in the studio. But everybody thought, oh, I guess it's real.
I think it's the thought of and then but why they don't come out?
But they still didn't show up. I mean, I guess the maybe I don't even think well, I don't know.
Trying to tell you, man. It's some time, and I can all think. I think that we all agree. In a very short time, them same people will be riding your coattail. You gonna have to turn your phone off sometime. I mean, that's just how it goes, man.
But
the thought of you being opening for Babyface is amazing to some people, but the thought of them being there and seeing you and all that, it's just like anything else. The gym, just like we talked about earlier.
It was more my mother age people there to support me than I think maybe outside of family, maybe 3 friends were there.
How did it feel for you to be opening for Babyface?
It was crazy. They sent me an email like asking would I be interested. Like I had like, so would you be?
Wow.
And I'm like, what?
Come on, man. That's them asking you, would you be? Come on, man.
I'm like, even if I did have something to do that day, it is now canceled.
Absolutely. Everything.
But yeah, it was definitely the largest opportunity I've had so far.
Yeah.
So that was great.
Well,
Go to the steps.
I think it's time. You ready to go to the steps?
You gonna rap or sing?
Surely.
Oh man, this should be interesting.
I think I'll sing.
There it is, man. So let's go on to the steps then. Huh?
To the steps we go.
There it
This
is.
has been great, man.
Absolutely. Huh? First time down there, our new setup. Our first new setup. Come on, shots. He back it. I can't believe it. Leave him back in there. Leave him back in there.
Like we gonna do it with the.
Yeah, let's do a shot again, man.
Yeah.
Let's do a shot, and we're gonna go out like that. Shouts out to the vice president in the corner.
Do say Davonne in here, and do say Dawn.
Shouts
I
out.
just poured some in my cup.
Shouts
And I
out
got
to
the shot
the
here.
obstacle in the background. My man TMG Hefe had to roll out.
We what's wrong? We might make some music.
That'd be dope.
14.
That'd be dope.
I ain't even getting drunk. Yes.
You didn't get drunk?
That's what I'm talking about. I just knew.
Goal or something?
Yes.
I just knew.
I was talking. I
Yeah.
was busy talking.
Yeah, man. So everybody that's watching this, we just want to let everybody know that, if you want to be a part of the audience, man, hit us up, man. We definitely trying to grow.
Yeah. We got a studio audience.
Yeah, man. So we definitely growing.
Sony, Universal. You know what I'm saying?
So as we
I
look,
love your media group.
I love your media group.
I'm talking big, baby. Listen, we are growing. Davonne Daniil, it's been a pleasure.
Oh, wonderful.
And
Amazing
to
time.
even get you here on this platform.
This was
That's
fun.
my flex.
To
That's
get you
my
here on this
flex.
Platform, you don't understand. This is
Come
a
on
lot.
now.
This is a lot.
I do appreciate y'all having me because a lot of times I don't know if people really know who I am and what exactly it is. And we didn't even talk about
we gonna make sure.
the other hats.
I love when they say that.
Yeah.
Then we can
other
get you
hats
again.
I wear, but
It's more views. That's
Yeah, absolutely.
all. Look, as the
No, I like when they say that.
director,
Yeah.
I just want the ratings to go up.
Let's go. So come on. It's part 2.
it's cool. Thank you.
Salute.
No, definitely. Part 2. That definitely.
Let's toast the steps. Let's go lounge. Davonne Daniil.
I love your
Yes,
music group.
Love and tranquility.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thought I saw you looking at me. Thought I saw you staring, baby. Won't you come closer? Maybe I can get to know ya. Said the drinks are running empty. Won't you come and fill me with something smooth on ice, and we could dance all night. I see you coming, but you're walking rather slow. The way you're looking at me, you already know what it is, shawty, what it is. Trying to move with you, do it just like this. Put your hand on my hips, let's groove tonight. We can put the top back and do it just like that. Let's groove tonight, Mr. DJ, run it back, cause I think this man gon' make me dance. I'm so serious, I ain't playing. So just tell me, babe, what's the plan? So you're so down from what I understand. I think this man gon' make me dance. I'm so serious, I ain't playing. So just tell me, babe, what's the plan? Cause you're so down from what I understand. All night long, we could dance all night long. All night long, me and you, we could dance all night long. I wanna see what you feel like next to me. Won't you come close, stay right next to me. All night, all night, all night, all night long, yeah, all night long, all night long, all night long. We could do it all night, all night long, all night all night long, all night long, all night long. Do it all night, all night long, all night long, all night long.
I love your music.